the self is a model of what it would be like to be a person. It so happens that the brain is not a person. The brain cannot feel anything. It's a physical system. Neurons cannot feel anything. They're just little molecular machines with a Turing machine inside of them. They cannot make themselves feel anything. They cannot even approximate arbitrary functions except via evolution, which takes a very long time. So what do we do? If you are a brain that figures out, it would be very useful to know what it's like to be a person. It makes one. It makes a simulation of a person, a simulacrum, to be more clear. Simulation basically is isomorphic in all its in the behavior of a person, and that thing is pretending to be a person. It's a story about a person. Basically, you and me, we are persons, we are selves. We are stories in a movie that the brain is creating. We are characters in that movie. And the movie is a complete simulation. It's a VR that is generated in the neocortex, and you and me, the self, is the character in this VR. And in that character, the brain writes our experiences. So we feel what it's like to be exposed to the reward function. We feel what it's like to be in our universe. And we don't feel that we are not actually conscious. We don't feel that we are a story, but because that is not very useful knowledge to have. Some people figure it out and they depersonalize. They start identifying with the mind itself or lose all identification. And that doesn't seem to be a useful condition. So normally our brain will be set up in such a way that the self thinks it's real and gets access to the language center, and we can talk to each other, and here we are. And the self is the thing that thinks that it remembers the contents of its attention. This is why we are conscious. And some people think that a simulation cannot be conscious, only a physical system can, and they got it completely backwards. A physical system cannot be conscious, only a simulation can be conscious. Consciousness is a simulated property of a simulated self.
So in a way, Daniel Dennett is correct and keeping with what you said.
Yes, but the problem with philosophers like him is, and admire him, he's very smart, very well read, works very hard. The things that he says are not wrong, but they are also not non-obvious.